Welcome back to my channel, Cancer. Much love and thanks out to my existing subscribers and all those that are new to my channel. Welcome. I always appreciate your support and your time. So, quick reminder, general readings can't speak to everybody. You're all at different stages of your life. You're not all sharing the same life story, so please allow for flexibility on the time frames. So, as promised, this is the second video. The first video I did was on the general energy for Cancer, as it relates to just the general energy. But this one is more specific to career, money, and finance, March 1st through to March 14th, 2021. So I will be using the Energy Oracle cards and the Rider-Waite deck. So in terms of your finances, I feel like some of you have just lost your job, and this may have not occurred in the month of March. I feel that it's sort of a residual over the month of February, or that there's been some kind of a shift in the position. But either way, it just feels like some of you might be currently looking for employment, or it could very well speak to the first week of March. But either way, there's some kind of a shift in the employment here with the Ten of Swords. However, on a good note, there is going to be an opportunity that comes in here for you in that first week. So I wouldn't be too alarmed. I do feel that with the Strength card coming out, I mean, that speaks to, enduring and your ability to overcome the obstacles and remain in control. So I do feel that even though, again, there's some kind of opportunity that's been lost here, on the job front, or, more generally speaking, to those that maybe were trying to create a residual income for themselves, passive income, or create another opportunity. Maybe that fell through. But either way, there's been some kind of closeout of that particular cycle, and you're now starting on a new path here. So the Strength card with the 10. So the Strength card again speaks to endurance, ability. You're overcoming your obstacles. You're able to maintain some semblance of control here. I do feel that you're really dedicated. With the Queen of Wands, you're really dedicated, more determined this month to act on your ideas and express yourself with that Queen of Wands. So this could also represent as a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You're dealing with, or again, just the characteristics of this astrological sign or these astrological signs. But either way, there is an opportunity to profit, and that'll be either in terms of a raise. As I mentioned, some of you may have just been shifting your position here in the beginning of the month. So you could be shifting to a more profitable position, or there's some kind of a raise, or you're getting new projects going in addition to whatever you've been doing. There's something new here that will be the direction that you're headed in for the beginning of the month. And you're really focusing on your resources here as well with that Ace of Pentacles coming through. I just feel that you're really focusing on your resources. And certainly it is putting you into a better position. But it also feels as though, you're strategizing, because it's followed up here with the Five of Swords. I feel like you're strategizing, you're trying to kind of juggle some things here still in the month of March. So I feel many of you will be dealing with a corporation or a government job or some kind of a position. Maybe that is what is coming through here. That there's some kind of restructuring or something going on there. But either way, there is some kind of corporate entity or government job or a position that may require some higher learning with the Hierophant coming through here. And that, again, could be a Taurus energy, somebody that represents that astrological sign, or an actual Taurus for you. But it feels like there's some traditional aspects around it, or something that you need a lot of discipline with next to this Chariot. So again, it feels like a decision of some sort has to be made, because there's so many twos in this reading. And the Two of Wands came through a couple of times here as well. But I feel like you're choosing to get beyond some kind of blockage emotionally with the Six of Cups following. And that likely revolves around, something in the past here that you were attached to. So whether that's letting go of a job, letting go of an old career path, letting go of someone that is emotionally affecting you and somehow impacting your finances. But somehow there's some kind of release of energy here that's removing a blockage, anyway, relating to the past. So in terms of your finances, again, for others, you might be just pulled in two different directions here with that Chariot, and certainly with the Two of Wands, you're still trying to regain some kind of balance. But it may well relate around, as I say, an old job or an old career or a past, versus a new type of employment. But either way, it feels as though you're pausing to reflect about something before making your decision, and that comes through on several cards here as well. So the Knight of Wands is, bringing in the message here that, the Two of Wands, it does feel like it is a career path that, you might feel passionate about or have some vested interest in. But with the Two of Wands, again, it's coming up several times here, and there's other twos in the reading. So it just feels like there's some kind of decision around this. And again, a pause, a reflection, before you make this decision. Also, because it is very close in conjunction with the Hermit energy. So you might be, trying to really weigh the pros and cons of something before you jump in. But following that is again, the same card. So it might even be a little bit of a long pause in that whole first week there. But um, there is a reason to be optimistic here with the Star card. So there might be quiet reflection, but the outcome will serve to inspire you, likely in around that second period here, that second week. So you are getting some clarity. Again, this could revolve around a Libra energy as well, but it could also represent that you're having some kind of struggles with a Libra, with the Five of Wands also coming through. So this is, power struggle, frustration, could also be around some kind of a legal matter or a relationship with a Libra or someone with similar traits. But there is a defensive energy around this union or this partnership that's followed by, the Two of Cups. So there's your defensive energy with the Seven of Wands, but a lot of Wands energy. So certainly there's some passion and emotion behind this, but a lot of energy there. So it could be heated tempers, that kind of thing. But we do have the Two of Cups. So again, another two. It just feels like you're trying to really gain some balance here, but despite that, it is followed up by the Six of Swords as well as the Sun card. So again, a lot of reason for you to be optimistic about this alliance, this partnership, this cooperative union, whatever friends that you're involved with in a particular business, idea or something along that line, or that you're going into partnership with somebody on an entrepreneurial basis. But it might be an old friend or an old alliance or, old love somehow that this is, combining around. But either way, there is some kind of power struggle or frustration around it. So, but there, again, with the Sun, it's clearing up and it's further clarified with the Six of Swords. So it looks as though there's some kind of alliance or person representing strongly in your life in that first 2 weeks in this partnership aspect. You're working through these issues with the connection overall, and it is more balanced, and you're operating with a renewed sense of hope. And there is some kind of deeper collaboration that you can speak to here. Certainly there's a calmer, more stable situation that's taking place. We also have the Page of Pentacles. So for others of you, you may be getting more practical about what you need to do to earn more money. Some of you may be upgrading your skills, or you're learning something new to advance yourself forward, but you might be learning a new skill or a trade or something that goes in conjunction with a new position, with that new opportunity showing up in the first week. But overall, I feel you're steadily figuring out how to bring in money for yourself. So, there is a sense that there is some kind of restriction here with the Four of Pentacles, but I feel it's not because you're feeling extreme lack. I just feel like you're just watching your money at this time. You're not overspending, you're economizing more. And again, with the twos, so many of the twos and the fours, I just feel like you're really trying to maintain some semblance of balance here overall this month. I just don't know that you feel quite secure in your finances enough to make large leaping foolhardy kind of decisions. So Again, not overspending, just economizing, being thrifty, being more practical in your decisions, still keeping your options open about how to be resourceful in the way that you bring in some money. But I think you're really having to choose between some opposing forces here. Whatever those opposing forces are, I do still feel as though you're making some sound decisions, but again, it just feels that, there is some kind of a happy kind of outcome of sorts, but with that devil energy, I feel that, there's your opposing forces. There's some degree of chaos that's still surrounding you. And following that, you're still in that indecisive hangman place. You're still having to change your perspective, or still having to make up your mind about something, um, before you're able to move ahead here. But either way, you're still trying to find some kind of balance or level out your emotions, or just try to find some kind of moderate, temperate sort of situation in terms of, you know, action and maybe emotion. But the hangman also brings in that energy of stepping back to consider your options, and especially when it's followed by the Four of Swords here, you're pausing again and you're finding ways to prioritize through those emotions of dissatisfaction, or, whatever it is that is has you perplexed. There's some reason you're pulling back here. Maybe you're feeling a little bit low or a little depressed. Maybe there's just some kind of extreme in you're not maybe not feeling grounded, or a lot of negative thoughts or something along that line that could be coming through with that devil energy as well. But you are making some progress here, by the end of the second week, with that Ace of Wands, that was showing up earlier. And certainly there's some more momentum and energy with all of the wands. But we also have you walking away from, troubled waters and any difficulties, and you're starting to transform and move things ahead, feeling much more inspired, as I said, after a time of difficulty. For sure, there's a bit of a period of wait here. So I don't know if that's you waiting on money, or waiting before you're able to act on, starting a position. But there's some kind of sense that you're expanding. It does look like it's going to be something you're going to be happy about. But there is a feeling that, either you're feeling overwhelmed and burdened, which I suspect this is past energy because it's a 10, it's a conclusion card, and you're ready to start ahead here with a new project. But because the 10 of Wands and that heavy energy is of feeling overwhelmed or overloaded and having to maybe make too many decisions, or too many projects on the go, or whatever that is for you, I just feel that you're willing to consider more options and plan your resources out, and you're, making good use of those resources with the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So again, I feel that you might have been feeling some overwhelm, but I feel that you're also balancing that out again with another two. You're placing your resources, your talents with the Seven of Pentacles, also a sense of a healing energy here, but again, more of a delay, both with the Temperance card, with the Three of Wands, and also with that Seven of Pentacles. There's a stepping back energy here. So again, there's some kind of delay before you're able to start with this. But I do feel for the most part, you're just maintaining your status quo financially for the month of March. So if you were still juggling before, I still feel you're going to be juggling for the month of March. I don't really feel that there's a lot of leaps and bounds in terms of your finances here. There is some indecisive energy for sure before taking action, with the Oracle cards. And then we also have the third chakra Archangel Shamuel that's coming through here also. So, overall, I just feel that, if there was for some of you some kind of job loss, doesn't feel like there's sudden loss of monies, but it just feels like you're maintaining the same status quo, juggling for resources. But it just feels like you're able to turn things around, and and then take that opportunity to jump into the opportunity that was presented, but there's a delay of some sort before you can start it. So anyway, with the Oracle deck of Sandra Ann Taylor, there's waffling energy going on here about trying to weigh up some kind of decision. that you're trying to take action on, but yet that indecision, that hesitation is, holding you back a little bit here. So Archangel Shamuel is you feeling, more emotionally charged up and more focused by the middle of March. There's a lot more desire and enthusiasm, going into the latter portion of March, I suspect. But again, it kind of finalizes here with the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, it can speak to money and, again, resources. And for me, that's what it represents for you in this particular reading. It's clarifying everything. I feel you're really just making the most of your resources in the first 2 weeks here. So not a lot of leaps and bounds financially, but just maintaining status quo for you, Cancer, for, again, the first 2 weeks of March. But you're certainly weighing out your decisions and being strategic about your moves here. And again, definitely optimism around some kind of a partnership. And for sure, you do have, some order that needs to be made out of some chaos before you're able to move forward and expand on any decisions that you're trying to make here. But it definitely feels like you're having to make some kind of a decision here. Might be around, a couple of job options. One opportunity for sure, but maybe there's some other secondary situation that you're considering that is more of on a personal level. So just as a recap there. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. First 2 weeks, March 1st through to the 14th, 2021. Stay safe and keep moving forward.